Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast. Just a quick update before we actually get started. We are now at 59% paid with the Reiki Master Apprenticeship Program. So thank you for all of your support. It's a delight getting to meet and work with every single one of you. And now on to our forecasts. Hello there, Leo. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of February 27th through March the 5th. What we have coming up for you, Leos, on Monday is the Death card. For those of you who have been watching me a long time, you know I would never name this the Death card. I would just call it the Transition card. But this is a card that talks about changes, and it talks about changes at a deep level, changes of core values. And so whenever we see these changes come in, they are a process. So on Monday, you may be just beginning to see something that makes you go, oh, whoa, I'm kind of changing there. And these processes generally, because they're changes at a deep level, they generally impact how we view our situations in the world in every aspect of life. And so they can impact our romantic relationships, our family relationships, our relationships with the people at work, our employment in it by itself. So whenever we see this change coming in, I really like this card because it does talk about the kind of change that takes old paradigms that weren't working for us anymore, and the energy just shifts for us so that now we're embracing new paradigms, things that make more sense for us, things that actually work for us. So it always ends up being a positive change, even though there's a lot of unknown in that process of going from the old way to the new way. And that can seem a little scary. Once you get to the other side, it's always more productive, more happiness making. It's just really good stuff. And I'm glad to see that you are embracing this change whenever it shows up on Monday. Now Tuesday, Leo, what we have showing up is the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords does talk to me about some kind of heartache. This can be, that's an example I haven't ever thought of before. For some of you, I think this is going to be, I want to say somebody out there has a daughter whose dog is going to have something happen to it. Maybe it gets hit by a car, or maybe it just is old and has to be put down, or maybe it dies. But I think just seeing, for whoever that is, just seeing your daughter deal with that, and this is, we're talking about a young daughter, you know, somebody that's maybe 8, 9, 10 years old is what it feels like. Early teens would be the oldest, I would think, is what I'm feeling. And I think just witnessing how hard she takes that, I think, is going to actually be hard on you, whoever that's for. But in general, because this is a general reading, and so of course not everything I say is going to apply to every single Leo who watches, first of all, and then secondly, what you need to know about any reading is that free will can change anything. So but in general, on Tuesday, when we've got the Three of Swords coming up, that is telling me there's some kind of heartache that shows up in your life on Tuesday that you're going to be dealing with. Okay, let's look at Wednesday. Here what we have is the Ace of Clubs. And the Ace of Clubs is just telling me that on Wednesday you're having some inspired ideas. Now, inspired ideas to me are those ideas that really come from somewhere else to us. They're kind of those gifts. They're ideas that are gifts to us. And so an inspired idea usually comes in from spirit or from the cosmos or the universe or whatever word you want to put on that. And these ideas can be very exciting, and they can be really eye-opening. They can be very much outside the box a lot of times. And they can really help us to move forward. So having an idea like that and really figuring out, okay, how can I run with this, is what I see coming in for you on Wednesday. Now on Thursday, Leos, what we have showing up is the Eight of Clubs in reverse. Eight of Clubs in reverse on Thursday just means things are really slowing down around you. This can be a slowdown of communication back and forth with people. This can also just be a slowdown of work in general, or a slowdown of things to keep track of in general if you're not somebody who officially works. And I say officially because pretty much everybody I know works in one way or another, whether they get paid for it or not. But for some of you, it's just a slowdown of things that are going on around you. Like there's a normal pace for most of us. And when we have the 8 of clubs come in, that normal pace is definitely not there. It's backed off at least a couple of notches. Okay, let's look at Friday. Here what we have showing up is the Star card. I like to see the Star card, Leos. I'm glad you got that. The Star card to me talks about having a sense of direction, having a purpose, knowing where you're headed, knowing what you want to accomplish. And I like it when we're in that situation because it makes decision making easy. It's really easy to decide if you know you have a purpose or a goal and somebody makes an offer to you or sends you an invitation for something that doesn't really aid in that, maybe even sets it back. It's easy to say, no, thank you. I really appreciate that you thought of me, but I think I'm going to pass this time. And then if somebody sends you an invitation of something that is actually going to help you with your goal, you know, maybe it helps you do research on a new book or whatever, but whenever something like this, you have an option or a choice like this that helps you further your goal or reach your target or your dream, then you know automatically. It's not like you really have to think about that decision. Yeah, I want to be a part of that. Okay, here we go. You know, so I really like the Star card because it does make decision making easier. I like it because, you know, having that sense of purpose is just a good feeling. That way, it's hard to feel satisfied when you don't know what your purpose is. When you know what your purpose is, you know when you're working towards it and when it feels good. So I like that for a lot of different reasons. All right, so let's look at Saturday, Leos. Here we do have the Moon card showing up in reverse for you guys. This is another good card, actually. I like the Moon much better in reverse than right side up. I'm a typical Scorpio. Moon in reverse just means that you did have a situation in your life that you knew it was fishy. You just couldn't quite put your fingers on why. And so, you know, maybe people weren't giving you the full information or who knows what. When you've got the Moon card coming in right or upside down on Saturday, this means all that information that you really couldn't put your fingers on, you know, that thing that made it fishy but you just couldn't figure out what it was, it's there. You see it. It's right in front of you. Now, whatever that situation is that seemed fishy, all the puzzle pieces are coming together. Everything's making sense. Now you understand why things are the way they are. Also, when this card comes up, usually what this tells me is whatever this situation is where this new information has surfaced, now you may be reevaluating how involved you want to be in that situation. Where before you might have been a little bit more involved. Now you may be saying, let me just kind of back out of this. Because usually when you're not getting all the information right away, there's usually a reason for that. Somebody's trying to hide something or cover something up. So usually once that information comes to the surface, you know, the tendency in a normal situation is for that person who just got all this information to go, whoa, let me out of here. So that's kind of what I see coming in for you guys on Saturday, at least for most of you. Some of you may get more information and you may be happy. I don't know. Let's see. Now the last card that we have coming up is Sunday's card. This is the Two of Cups and it's showing up in reverse. Two of Cups in reverse is just telling me, actually what I'm pulling off of this is a little different than what I normally do. I really think that somebody that you care about quite a bit on Sunday is going to be not feeling very good health-wise. You may be making them some chicken soup and babying them or pampering them. So for moms, this could be your kids. For some of you guys who are males, this could be your significant other, your partner. It could be a partner for you females too. It just kind of feels like, well, I know at least for some of you, it feels like there's going to be a guy taking care of you. So I think that there's going to be some husbands or some spouses that are watching this that are going to end up actually taking care of their significant other or of a good female friend, something like that. You know, like I said, chicken soup, crackers, orange juice, 7-Up, all that good stuff. So anyway, that is your week, Leos. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by, for hanging out, for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I do appreciate all of your support. I hope to see some of you here this week for readings and some of you here this week for Reiki sessions. Everybody else, I will see you back here next week on the next video. Everyone have a wonderful week. Peace out. Hello everybody, this is Amista, and I am coming to you today with something completely different than what you've ever seen here before, completely different than what I ever thought I would do. I have been taking Reiki training, and I've gotten level 1 and I've gotten level 2, and I really want to take master training because already I've realized that there are other people out there who need to know how to be able to do Reiki for themselves, and I'm not qualified to show them that or to teach them that or to pass that on to them or empower them with that until I become a Reiki Master. And so I was looking into a Reiki Master program, and I meet all the qualifications as far as that goes. I've been accepted into the Master program, but the last little bit of money is what I need some help with, and I'm hoping that you guys will help me with that. I need to raise another $3,000 to get myself into the program, and so that's where you guys come in. What I'm doing is I am accepting very happily and very thankfully and very gratefully any donations that you may feel like you would want to give. If you don't want to, obviously, then don't. But if you do feel like you want to help me to get into this Reiki Master Apprenticeship Program, any help that any of you and all of you send is great. No donation is too small. I just ask that they're over like 35 cents because I think PayPal will take 35 cents of whatever comes in as a fee for collecting payment. But anything other than over 35 cents is no donation is too small, so there's the corrected version of that. And actually I was looking I have over 7,000 subscribers. If every subscriber donated $1, I would be able to end this request. But so if you would like to donate, I would be extremely thankful. I would appreciate that a lot. Also, I want to do something for you in exchange for donating. So anybody who would donate at all, I would like to offer you 15 minutes of free Reiki distant healing. In other words, I would send you some healing energy where you would not have to come to my house, or we would not have to meet in person, just like I do a lot of my readings by Skype or by phone. I can also send the healing energy without having to be right in front of you. We don't even have to be on the phone or on Skype when I do it, although I will want to touch base with you ahead of time to find out where you would like me to target that energy. If you have any particular thing you want to have worked on energetically, and also to touch base after it's done just to let you know that I have sent the energy in to check in with you, see how you're feeling, that type of thing. Anybody who donates anything more than $50, what I would like to do is send you some Reiki energy. I would send you the same amount of minutes of Reiki energy as you send dollars. So say you donate $50, then I would send you 50 minutes of Reiki energy. Anybody who wants to donate and doesn't want to receive Reiki but knows somebody else that they would like to have the Reiki sent to, feel free to let me know that, and you can gift that Reiki to somebody else, and I will just touch base with them, make sure I have permission to send them that energy, and talk to them about where they would like it targeted and all of that, just like I would if I was sending that to you. So that is what I've got going on, and I really appreciate, like I said, all of the help any of you can send. I know not everybody can send, not everybody will want to send help, but I am hoping that there will be enough to get me into this quickly. Otherwise I would probably have to wait, I don't know, 6 months, a year before I had this kind of money to get myself into there, and I don't want to wait that long. I want to be able to empower people more quickly than that. So what I'm doing is I am in the description section underneath the video. I'm going to send you a link where you can donate, and you can choose whatever amount you want to donate. and I will probably also have that showing in the video as well. So thank you everybody for listening and for giving this some thought, some prayer, some attention. And thank you everybody who actually does donate as well. I appreciate it all. Thank you so much. Peace.